Hello, my name is Doerte Weig. I'm one of the senior postdoctoral researchers in the Artsoundscapes project, which is ERC funded. And my specialization is in hunter-gatherers and ritual, which also means dance and music. And for my PhD, I worked with a group called the Baka, who live in Gabon in Central Africa, or not only in Gabon, also in Congo and in Cameroon. But I worked with them in northeastern Gabon. And what's special about the Baka is that they have an egalitarian social organization, so they're egalitarian foragers. And egalitarian isn't this kind of political equality that we speak about mostly today. It's much more than that. It's socio-political and also economic, and it means that nobody can stand out. There's no status differentiation apart from between the sexes, the gender-based, and age differences. And what's also very interesting about this egalitarian social organization is that music and dance play a key role in maintaining it. One thing is that you have so-called leveling mechanisms, so if somebody does try and stand out, then people sort of make fun of him and make sure that he feeds back into the community. And the other thing is that, especially between men and women, singing and polyphonic singing is a key feature of maintaining the balance within the egalitarian society. And polyphonic singing is a vast array of things, but what I'm speaking about here is choral singing with multiple overlapping melodies, and in particular this idea of a counter loop. And there's sort of three reasons why this matters. One is that in this kind of singing, there's an independence within the interdependence, which is also the way that the egalitarian social organization works, so that you have your individual autonomy, but it's always related to and within the group. The other thing is that this kind of singing allows for an incredible creativity, but at the same time has some structural elements which are very conservative and stable, so that you have this interplay between change and improvisation and what maintains. And the third aspect is that it's, to use Roger's term, socio-somatic. And the idea is that actually through the singing, your body moves and starts vibrating together with all the other bodies that are singing. And in that way, again, adds to the learning and the way the social organization works, which is through sensitively organizing yourself in relation to the others around you, and not just the other humans, but all other beings, animals, plants, and whatever else is around you. And for the Artsoundscapes project, I'm going to I am already working on, I work on Namibia and San groups, who are of course wider dispersed, but we're trying to focus on the situation in Namibia. And the Baka and the San share this egalitarian social organization, and they also share the polyphonic singing. And this isn't quite straightforward. There's a huge academic debate around it, but what we can take away is that there are certain similarities. And the other idea is that actually this type of singing goes back several thousands of years and is something quite ancient in our human history. So it's particularly interesting to think about this in relation to the main question of the Artsoundscapes project, which is, what is acoustics? And I'm very interested in this question of the impact of sound and acoustics, of course, on the social organization, and in particular on this idea of what is the socio-somatic levels of this dynamic. And of course we know from the history of ethnoarchaeology that you can't make one-to-one comparisons, and again there's a whole body of literature to refer to and ideas, concepts, notions to take into account. But I believe it is important to work with this consciously, and I think it's also an incredible challenge, and in this case quite a fun challenge, to see how sound and social organisation, anthropology and archaeology go together, and to see how acoustics and how the way people relate to sound in their environment, how that plays out. Thank you.